Welcome to another episode of Reseller Evolution. I'm Scott.
I'm Carl.
And I am Jamie.
What is this a repeat? Is this a repeated show?
Yeah,
No, you're hearing it right. JB's on 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, back to back, just like 92, 93 World Series champion. I'm sure Carl will love these sports analogies. I'll just keep throwing them out there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Toronto Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they scored so many touchdowns that year. That was great.
Yeah, your sports ball is good.
It's as good as his comedy because he doesn't watch comedies either.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. The guy across from me at the market, like he sells.
How do you know what funny is, Carl? Seriously, if you don't watch comedies, how do you even know?
I have a German background.
Oh, okay.
Comedy's no laughing matter. Comedy's no laughing matter for the Germans. Someone at the market actually brought in a whole bunch of stuff, and he sells wholesale, and I often buy off of him. It was all sports stuff this weekend, and I said, "What the hell is this? I don't want any of this garbage." I'm sure it'll sell well, but yeah, I can't stand sports stuff.
Who the hell's Babe Ruth, and why is he on this old friggin' baseball?
Rip.
Hey, ruined it.
Who'd want that for Who wants that for $10? That's comedy, by the way, Carl.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, not completely.
With a dab of sports. I don't know. Do you know who Babe Ruth is or what?
Go sports.
All right. Yeah. I'm on fire. No, that's Jamie. Jamie's on fire. But all right, how's it going, guys?
It's been a good week.
Yeah. Okay.
Show's over. Nice to see you guys.
Well, we actually had a horrible Sunday because it was the weather was really bad, so no one went to the market, which sucks when you're there, like for 8 hours, and like there's hardly anyone coming in the door, and like you have your records for the previous few weeks, and now it's like you barely made rent. Like that's the issue of having like a Sunday only. You have to be there. You can't control the weather.
Well, I'm gonna chime in, and I had a great weekend at the booth.
Well, screw you.
How was yours, Jamie? You're Jamie's half an hour away. No, dude, wait till I tell you what I sold.
Then I'll really say screw you.
I think mine was good. I haven't got my report from weekend sales yet, but I know I got a couple messages with offers. People want to pay a little bit less, and they'll send you a message and say, "Hey, will you take this for that?" So I know it's some good stuff sold for sure.
Yeah. So I'm a little sad on this one, but it was a ball and chain, but it was like an old, I think it had cast iron, but it could have been cement, but it had some sort of, it was old. So I should have looked more into it to really find out how it was made, but it was so heavy. It didn't feel like cement inside. It was actually cast iron, but it was a ball and chain. So I don't think it was used for a prison, but it could have been. But I kind of think it was used to, like, maybe you would have put it around a horse like leg so that it couldn't move, or a goat or something, and it kind of keeps it there. Because the chain was kind of long, but that's just my guess. Anyway, I bought it where I got that porcelain post office sign a couple weeks back, all the train stuff I mentioned. So this was another thing, just like the porcelain sign. How much do you want for this? And they said, "Oh, I want to keep that because my son wants that. He's going to use it for well, I'm like, Halloween, like for display. Like, this ball weighs like over 60 pounds. Like, it's the heaviest thing you could ever pick up for its size." I said, "He's not going to want it for that," is what I'm thinking. I said, "Well, you give me a call and I'll. So they called me. "How much you want for it?" $20. Well, I sold it for 150. So
nice.
I was happy with that. But I just put it in the booth. It wasn't even there that long. Like, I put it in Friday and they bought it Sunday.
Huh.
I believe those are standard issued, right? For most marriages. Isn't that where they came from?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I called it Stephanie for a while. Yeah. You're right.
Nice.
You're right.
They would really put that around a horse? Like, that's
I'm guessing like to keep it from going. A horse might have been too big, but dude, it just seems weird to find something like that for a human. I guess if somebody got rabies back then, they would do that, right? Like, I heard they would tie them to trees and Langton. I don't know.
What the hell is going on down in Southern Ontario?
No, but seriously, like St. Williams and Port Rowan, those are rumors that are real. I don't know.
Okay.
like
Well,
real rumors. I don't know if there are rumors that are real. I should rephrase it, but I've heard stories like that. Have you, Jamie?
About rabies, like people getting
Yeah,
it.
they would be like, or they would like, they wouldn't be 100%. Missing a fuel tools from the shed type thing, right?
Yeah. No, I hadn't heard that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, they would just tie them to a tree. Like, I don't think tie them up
Right.
tight, but I think they would like have a leash or something, right? So maybe that's what it's from. I don't know, but the first of all, you couldn't run with this thing. It's heavy, but a horse, you could be right, Carl, because
That's a good way of breaking a leg of a horse.
well, they're strong, right? So they might be too strong, but something smaller. But I don't know, that ankle piece.
Okay.
What you know? Why it might have been from a human. Anyway, I looked them up, and they're around 150, $200. Couldn't ship this thing. There's no way. So anyway, $150 I'm super happy with, but it would have been nice if it was cast iron and maybe stamped like Simcoe Jail. Then it's
Right.
sky's the limit if that was the case, but that wasn't.
Well, that's definitely different.
It was totally different for sure. Light fixture, $95. Radio cards, those are CB cards, the calling cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had them in sleeves, and I think there was probably, let's say, 15 in a sleeve. And I had, I don't know, I'm not even going to do math right now, but I had a number of sleeves. It came out to 90 something bucks. I put $15 a sleeve. I didn't even know if that was too little or too much, but someone came in and offered 75 for all of them, and I took it because I didn't have anything into them. 45 for a lamp, 30 for a transformer, 30 for a auto hauler, which is a transport truck. This is just on Sunday. Like, dude, I did over like $500 both days, Saturday, Sunday. And then Friday, someone came in and bought that piece of furniture I paid $10 for. They paid $250.
Wow.
So the weekend was great, man.
Yeah,
It was
good.
great. So that's the booth. That was the booth.
Nice.
It's nice that you can get those sales, like you get your instant sale report, right? Like when something sells. We don't have that sort of.
Well,
luxury,
it's good
but
and it's not, JB, because sometimes you're just sitting there. Like if it's a busy day, then you just all of a sudden go grab a coffee and it's cha-ching, cha-ching, but you waste the whole day. But
yeah. Scott's place is like light years beyond anything else I've ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, they're pretty good, and it's good. It's been around for a while, but Jamie's is doing really good too. Okay, you don't get those reports, but for how much room Jamie still had left in his booth, and he was making the numbers he made, like that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm impressed with it personally. So I mean,
like really, if you were to cram your booth, you're probably about 60 to 65% full. Like if you were really to pack it tight,
yeah,
you could probably almost double what you had in there if you really wanted to and you really filled it up. Like, so that to me is pretty impressive. So
yeah,
I look forward.
I keep every 2 or 3 days because I'm so close and always in Tilsonburg. I just throw, like a tote full of stuff in there, and then
nice.
Yeah, so I keep just throwing more and more in, but the good thing is it keeps selling. So it's piling up yet.
Feels
and you're
good.
New.
Eh?
Like wait till people come back to your booth because they like what you always have there. Right?
Yeah.
Like there's booths I'll hit because I'm like, well, they always have interesting stuff, and their price. Well, for me, their prices are important because I want to resell it. But you do have booths that you start to gravitate to. So obviously, there's other people. Steph comes back and says, "This guy buys from you all the time. He wants a deal here." You know what I mean? Like she's working. So you're gonna start getting people just coming just because you're one of the booths they want. So once that starts to happen, it even gets even better, right? So
nice. Yeah, I'm like been a good experience there so far. So
yeah, and they're good people. I talked to the owner and stuff. They seem to have got some experience doing it, so they know what's going on, right? So that's important too. But
oh, definitely.
I think it is.
Yeah, having the booth is kind of a nice second audience or second place where you can put stuff that doesn't work on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or something. You can just like, I love it for bulk stuff that still people want.
Yeah.
And I can just put like add it to like records, for example, right? I can just add records. I don't have to like do anything. You know what I mean? Like it's all set up. The area set up. I have the tables for it. I have the, you know, the places they can all sit, and like just re-adding is so much easier than starting from scratch, you know?
For sure.
Like I haven't put this in, but I have a handwritten sign.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
So he's showing a sign that says I buy antiques and collectibles. And the best thing is it's in the urine AI color that all my stuff is in, because AI loves using the urine color.
Oh, yours is in that color, Carl?
They all, every AI thing is. Yeah, that exact
because
yellow.
I said to do it like in a font or something that's kind of antique-ish. And that's what they came up with. I liked it, but
no, I'm not bashing it.
Urine, I don't know.
It is a certain yellow. Like you'll see it everywhere. All my stuff is like that yellow. I have to tell it, like if I don't feel like it, I have to tell it, do not use any coloring like that. But
I find with AI, you tell it sometimes not to do something more, and you tell it to do something.
Oh, I had some pretty good fights with AI this week about silly stuff. And the worst thing is, I don't know if it does this to you if you're trying to make a design like that.
Yeah.
Then it'll be like, here, this is how you make it in Canva. I'm like, I don't want to make it. You're making it. It tries to get out of more work than I do.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I've never experienced that.
I've had that too. Yeah.
Are you talking about Chat GPT or a different one?
Chat.
That's funny, eh?
Yeah.
We have different experiences.
For sure. I mean, I'm pretty demanding of it. It gives me an answer it doesn't like. I'll just keep on like, you know, hounding it. No, that's not what we're doing. Whatever. If the AI lords took over today, they'd probably they'd rip my arms off. They'd be like, "Well, don't need these anymore."
Use me to us.
Yeah, I'm a little mean to it.
Grok put me on a timeout, eh?
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, I told you that, Carl, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they put me on a timeout for 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was doing the novel and I was getting videos and I was trying to get covers for books and different things. And then they just said, you have to, we will not go any further for 24 hours.
Yeah, you probably used all your credits.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's no credits in Grok. I think I did too many video prompts and photos, but there's not really credits. I don't think. It's like I have bought Grok now, but at the time I didn't have Grok. The only reason I'm got Super Grok now is because I went on X, and to go on X and to be monetized and verified and everything, you have to pay a fee. Now, I think it's a small fee, but I went, well, I use Grok, so I might as well bump it up to Super Grok. So,
Super Grok.
Grok and I know Grok and Chat GPT, I pay for both now because they're both better at different things than each other. So, I think that's why I did it. But anyway,
I do love it for making signs. Like I made a bunch of signs for the booth. It's good at that. Like it's hard to alter those signs necessarily. Mm-hmm. It's better than it used to be. It used to be you couldn't alter anything without it going like a wildly different direction, but it's good for that. You know, sometimes you think it's doing okay and it's not, right? Like I got it to tell me if it's a good night for observing with my telescope, and it's just wrong. It's like, yeah, tonight's not good. And it's like, yeah, no, that would have been a good night. So, but so confident, eh? But not to talk about AI again.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, I don't think we have any choice. It's taken over.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, the sign you're showing where I buy stuff, like it is very effective. It works for me at least. So, and it's low effort, high return, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing in life.
I was talking to Grouchy Fish, and I think there's a couple AI robots already being used in the car industry.
Really?
Yeah, they're prototypes, I guess, or they're trying them out.
To do what?
I think they're an assembly, so they could be doing anything. I don't know exactly, but they're probably not putting parts in cars. They're probably sorting or something like that. But I mean, I don't know if you'd try them out unless they got someone standing there watching what they're doing too. But You're just basically training a machine to take your job then.
Yeah, really.
Well, that's unfortunately the way it's always happened.
Yeah, right. But so I don't know. I can ask him what they're exactly doing. He just said, I think he just said they're in assembly. So,
So how about online? Like I heard this being like I shipped out a couple things yesterday. I didn't have any issues, but I was on Facebook this morning and a lot of people are complaining about like incorrect pricing again for Canada Post. And it wasn't just ebay.ca. I think it was ebay.com was having issues too. I'm not quite sure. Do you know anything about that?
I know
Jamie?
me and Scott talked earlier in the week about the search function being totally down.
Oh
And
yeah.
you couldn't comp anything. And I feel like in that
No.
same time window, yeah, Canada Post Expedited was not an option on eBay because I think I was filming a video and I kept thinking like, why can I get expedited on Stallion but not? But the best option was always UPS on eBay labels, and I'm like, oh, there's just not an option for it. So I don't know. There was something going on for sure.
yeah, it was cheaper for me to do express post
Yeah,
than expedited.
which doesn't make any sense really,
No.
unless they've got some new deal again. But I mean, the deal they have with Canada Post currently is really good. So you'd hope they didn't mess that up somehow.
So yeah, really, eh? I just got the label for express post. I mean, it gets there quicker, right? So, but it was like I sold a couple trains and there was multiple orders on some of these things. But I think normally it would have been like around $10 and it was, I think, express post and it would have been like 15 and change. You know what I mean? And I think it was 13 and change for UPS. But I just did Canada Post. I just went with the extra couple bucks. But
Yeah, I'll do that.
yeah.
I don't feel like making a separate trip. But I don't know why. UPS is actually closer to me and right on the way. I used them yesterday because they can be cheaper. I don't mind UPS for in Canada.
Yeah.
That I like them for that. But
I will use UPS, but only if it's significant amount. Like if I'm charging 15 and it's like 13 and change as opposed to, well, I don't know, UPS is usually over. Like if it's $20 and UPS is charging me 17 and change, I'm probably going to go Canada Post for the $20 or whatever. But
depends on my mood.
yeah, if I charge 15 or $20 or it's a combo shipping deal and I've charged 30, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll reimburse them 10 or something, but I don't mind eating a couple bucks if I have to, but I don't do it often for sure. But
I know I did one to Saskatchewan this morning that was UPS. It was 2 die-cast cars, so it went in a pretty big box. And I was thinking like, I think Canada Post through Stallion was still like close to $30, and then on eBay it was like crazy. But for whatever reason, UPS, which I'm sure they're doing at ground, was 20. And I'm like, okay, well that just makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, like sometimes you can drop if you haven't resized the box. I don't know if you ever play with just the dimensions of the box. You drop it an inch or something, and all of a sudden it's like in a different category.
Yeah,
buddy,
Yeah.
You got to get yourself one of those tools for your boxes.
What's
I
that?
saw you. What's that?
What, you don't like my knife?
No. Your knife is fine for Frankensteining boxes.
Mhm.
It's like a ruler with a little dial, and it cuts that thing there.
Yeah.
I'm showing a resizer. They're totally worth it,
Uh-huh.
Dude. Once you start using one of those things, you're gonna thank us for saying that because it's
Yeah, I
like
can see where you would make you would use the side of that to like score it, right?
it scores
Yeah.
it. You know, I only use it if I have to. Like,
Yep.
I really don't like using, but when sometimes it makes a big difference. Or if you don't have the right box, like often you get this weird ass shaped thing you're shipping out.
Yeah,
you
I
have
get
to
those.
eliminate half the box. Then it's a godsend. So they're not cheap. I think I paid the $30 for mine, but they might be cheaper out there. But
It's not $30.
box resizer, yeah.
I got them. I got mine on Amazon for $30, and I honestly, it might have been $15.
Yeah,
It might have been cheaper than 30. I might have got it cheap, but it works great. But it scores the box inside of it nice and like equal, so it folds in, and it, because then you don't get one side that's like 10 inches and one side that's 6 inches. You know what I mean, or centimeter or whatever.
Yeah,
It's one of those things after you have, you're like, why did I live without this for such a long
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
probably. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, that being said, I love having the right size boxes now, or I've
Right.
geared towards selling a lot more smaller stuff. So I use it a lot
Well,
less, but it's still good to have.
Jamie, I don't know. You might have cleaned up. Your one video, you said you cleaned up all your boxes and stuff, but
Yeah.
you you reuse boxes, right? A lot
Yep.
of the times.
I will. We'll get a bunch
So
of.
so then you got a Frankenstein because your boxes are always going to be different. But when
I'm
I
so
got
nerdy.
that,
I got a list of all my box sizes, and I also
wow.
have a list of like all the odd size boxes that I measured, and I put flat, so I know what I have. Like, because you know when you get boxes from other people, if you're
Yeah.
not careful, you just have a huge pile of like boxes,
Weird. Yeah.
right? And they take up so much room. And I found I never used them because I didn't feel like going and like figuring out which of these boxes is the right size. So I flatten them and I write the dimensions on them, and then I have a list, and then I actually use them. Otherwise, it was just a big mess.
I got
well, go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a comment on my one of my videos where I was shipping from a viewer of the channel, Mark Lewis. I think he's local to Simcoe area actually.
Oh, really?
But he said he buys boxes from Uline and he has 35 different box sizes. And he wrote me like a novel, to be honest with you. And I'm just like, okay, interesting. Yeah. And I'm thinking Carl showed me the list.
Yeah, I think I have about 30 standard sizes I have. So I have to actually order boxes because I use 6x4x4s. Like that's my number one by far. And that's the one I always have to reorder over again.
Right. So you get more of those, but yeah. I thought 35 boxes. I'm like, I don't know, but not for me, maybe. But yeah, I guess it makes sense if you have them on hand, right?
I might have 10 different boxes, and I get mine from Staples because
Me too.
you can go online, you can order them, and then pick them up in a day or two at Staples. So
they have free shipping for $35 if it's, I think something like that. It's not a lot. I always just get the free
$300, like Uline, you mean, or
no Staples?
Oh, well, ours here ships to the store. We're not a big enough town to.
Oh, okay.
At least in Simcoe, I haven't ordered them here honestly from St. Thomas. Maybe we're that threshold where we're able to. But I know Uline was $300, and then they would ship it. But.
Yeah, Uline is insane. Like they have good stuff, and I've looked at their catalog and all that, and they send you these big ass catalogs.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, every time I checked it out after the shipping, it's like this doesn't make any sense. I don't know. You'd have to remember Toronto, I think.
The first time with Uline, I ordered. You got to get 300. I think I got up to like 700 or maybe $1,000 worth of stuff. And then you come home and there's this crate, like this pallet with, and it's all wrapped, and it's raining out, but it's all wrapped in this
oh my god
saran wrap stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, I hope this isn't wet. It was dry. I mean, a few drops when I opened it up, but yeah, it's just you wonder what the neighbors are thinking. I don't know when they see this big pallet of stuff being dropped off. But now I just, because I don't need. Like some boxes, I've ordered once and I still got half of them, right? Because they're just an odd size. But some of them you need more often, especially with the toy soldiers. I need a certain size. So I'll order like, I don't know, what comes in a group, 15, 30 boxes. So you order 5 or 6 of those. And
with eBay,
I find Staples just more practical for me. But what's that? Sorry, Carl?
eBay Lite has certain dimensions that is maximum for the size of the box. So really what I should be doing is making special notes of which boxes qualify for eBay Lite and just getting more of those, but I haven't done it yet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. It's weird because that makes sense to me. And that's the part of it I struggle on because I feel like I can't be bothered with all that little stuff. Like there's so much stuff I'm good at, like shipping and getting out and listing and blah, blah, blah. But like breaking it down to get the best deal on the size of a package, I just can't wrap my head around spending the time to like have that like calculated. But it makes sense why you would, because then
especially for eBay Lite, because eBay Lite can be like $5 or $6 as opposed to like 12, 15 sometimes, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So eBay
Especially
Lite
if it's
makes
going
sense.
out west or out east, like to the coast
Yeah.
or
I'm
north.
a little spoiled with the stallion thing because a lot of times I'm like, if it, you know what I mean, it's still so cheap that I almost don't care sometimes.
Yeah, like you're in a different vote when you use stallion. I don't,
Yeah,
but I don't
you're
even. I guess we'd have it in London, but I don't want to drive there when I can drive 5 minutes to Canada Post. But I don't know if we even have it in St. Thomas. I haven't even looked.
no St.
Probably,
Thomas. It
probably
does.
not.
No, it's London. Brantford now has one, and then you're going towards Toronto after that. But
Yeah, we had chit chats, and I don't bother because when Canada Post like got much better shipping deals, driving to chit chats just didn't make sense time wise.
Wait a second. I, I, I don't disagree with what you said, Carl. But really, it's eBay that got the shipping deals through with Canada Post.
Yes. Sorry, what I said something
You
else.
said Canada Post got better shipping deals, but you're not wrong. It's just, but it's only on eBay. Like if you went
Yes.
to Etsy and
Yes.
other platforms, it's not
Yes.
Canada Post. It's eBay that set that up.
Yes.
But yeah, they've really worked good with each other for sure.
Yeah. So eliminate a lot of the reasons for me to go bother going with chit chats.
Yeah.
Not that I had a problem with chit chats; they're good.
I hear a lot of the American resellers on some of the podcasts I listen to talking about thinking that eBay in the US might go to a formula much like Poshmark where you get prepaid labels, where shipping is just paid flat for everybody. And I'm like, oh, that would be an interesting concept. It would not work in Canada, I wouldn't think. I mean, I guess we do it with Poshmark in Canada already, but I don't know what sparked that conversation over there, but I've definitely heard a few different people talking about that, the possibility.
I use a flat rate system anyway, so I don't know.
No, I just
matter.
mean like eBay would be charging all, like, you know what I mean? If you sold something like currently the way Poshmark works, I think up to 2.5 pounds, you get the label for free. If it's more than that, the size of the box does matter, but really you pay, if it goes up like half a kilogram, you pay an extra $1 all the way up to 5 pounds. So there's a maximum amount of shipping. So it would be flat rate all across the US for everybody, no matter where you live. I think that's what they were talking about, right? The same way that Poshmark does it.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that, but
some sort of deal they obviously have with Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, but same thing in the States. It's way cheaper. I think on Poshmark, it's like, I don't sell on Poshmark in the States anymore, but I believe it was like $5 for every package that goes out, right? So that's like the starting point for shipping. It's like $5 or $6 for everything.
Yeah.
Till you hit the weight that, the cutoff that for here it's 2.5 pounds. I can't remember what it is in the US, but
which is probably pretty decent. Like,
yeah, you can. So yeah, that's why if I sold a die cast to the States, nobody would care how much the shipping costs because somebody would have paid, whatever Poshmark is charging these days. I don't even know because I don't really buy on Poshmark, but it's probably $14 or something. And that's where it costs, no matter if it goes to Newfoundland, Toronto, way up north, doesn't matter.
None of it would be buying like crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's when you hope those things, where you hope those things happen.
None of it would be like ready to buy.
I actually did have someone want to buy a postcard from me, and they're from Denmark, and they said they didn't want to use EIS actually, and asked for me to add postage to out there. So I actually went on my shipping policy, and then I added that I shipped to Europe by myself, and then you take off shipping, you unexclude it. And it's my normal postal rate.
Okay.
Which is like a really nice thing about the shipping policies because I was able to fix it for everyone.
I just said no.
Or you could just say no and not get the sale. That's up to you. It was a whole $5.
Hey, there you go.
I want to buy $5.
So I had an interesting one. So I think it's Puerto Rico. Is it Puerto Rico that's technically part of the States?
Yeah,
they're like
quasi territory.
Okay. Yeah. So, but it doesn't work that way for shipping. So I have my shipping on my card store set up as I will ship to the States for $1.77 because that's what the stamp is. Yeah. But somebody from Puerto Rico bought it, and I set it aside. And when I went to the post office, I'm like, is this a regular US stamp or not? And they said, no. Everything outside of like the states themselves, like what is that called? It's not a state. It's called is it a
Like a
district or a,
territory or something.
yeah. So you have to pay, I think I had to pay $3.50, but the person on eBay still only had to pay the $1.77. So I'm like, I don't like this, but I did it anyway because I'm like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But I'm like, that's kind of weird that the system lets you do that because they understand, that that's not part of the regular US, right?
Well, there is something there, like because when I would ship in the before times,
Yeah.
I would have it so that I would ship to the United States, and then it would exclude like Hawaii, Alaska, and.
But that's on .com though, right?
You're right. That was on .com. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, all this stuff, eh?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
But I'm like, oh, this is one that it has only happened to me once.
Yeah,
But I'm like, oh, it's weird that this kind of sneaks through as a regular US sale because on my end shipping, it's not a regular US sale. But
I'd
eBay,
probably just eat it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I did.
annoying, but
Yeah.
So, but if it's EIS, then you don't have to worry about it now.
But it wasn't. It was a stamp. It was like a
Oh.
$3 hockey card or something.
yeah.
Like, oh, it was a baseball card, actually.
Yeah, it's not going to be hockey there. It'll be baseball for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
the one hockey fan and like
Yeah, the one I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I think they're playing baseball like as soon as they drop out, right? Like they're just like
Yeah.
over there. Like, didn't some of the Blue Jays like what's the outfielder that had a really good postseason? He his dad, like, they came from some money, like his parents were rich, but they sent him to Puerto Rico to learn how to play baseball there. Just what's the outfielder guy? He's got a really good arm, like Burgess or not.
Oh, Barger? Addison
Barger.
Yeah, I didn't know they sent him over there. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the backstory on that guy. But did I see him at shortstop?
He was a third baseman a good chunk of last year, and then they moved him to the outfield later on, and now they will for sure because they brought in Okamoto or no Oko, a Japanese guy. I don't remember his name, but that's our new third
So they'll
baseman.
put him back outfield again.
Yep. Yeah.
That guy
Which
needs to be outfield, man. That his arm is a cannon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I saw him just, I don't know, maybe at home plate, but he took about 2 steps or something, and he threw it over the home run fence there, like in the stadium at the Rogers Center. That guy's got a cannon, and he threw that one guy out from way outfield there. Remember that? And he threw it right on the button at home plate. Like, that guy's got an arm and a half, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, you don't want him infield. You need him out there for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Alert. To get us away from this boring sports talk. I just got a text from Serge. He's asking for our entire use guide. He says, ask him if he's had any of his military stuff taken down. I'm waiting on a call from eBay to clarify. Every day, 1 to 4 things get hit because of a police issue. Have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed anything taken down, but it takes
Right.
24 hours for it to appear listed once I list it.
Huh.
And that can just be a badge. It can be anything. It's not even.
I know police badges they do not like, but military stuff, like that should be fine.
Well, I think they just got to check it to make sure there's no inappropriate symbols or weapons, or like I had trench art, which was an actual shell.
Yeah.
And I think I called it a shell from World War II or something, a brass or like casing or something. And it was hollow, it was empty, and they just had a nice design. It was almost more of a vase now, but it was one of those big tank things.
Yeah, I had one too. Yeah.
And they took it down. They said no to that, but that was years ago.
Yeah, this sounds like more of maybe they have AI going through listings or something. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
and pulling stuff, and it just like willy nilly pulls anything.
Yeah, but
I don't know the details.
Badges, right? Like he's just doing.
He's a badge guy, yeah.
Badges.
And World War II, World War I badges, like not necessarily.
Well, modern. Let me just check here. I will quickly scroll through my 280 one listings.
What I was doing is like, I got all those Playboys, and someone was making a list who sells on eBay of which ones eBay pulls, because they don't all get pulled, but some magazines, they have inappropriate pictures in them, like they didn't get proper ID from the people in the magazines before they shot them.
Yeah.
So those ones get pulled. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't put any, because I am trying to decide where I put them. Like in the booth, they're not exactly running out of the booth. Like I've sold a few, but
tell him no. I'm just scrolling here and I'm checking messages, but nothing that stands out that has been pulled.
Okay. Sales just full of shit. That's what the answer is.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, if they're looking at they might be just going through store by store. So he's just on the right now going through, and they haven't touched Scott's stuff yet.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully not. But I mean, it makes sense that they wouldn't. Maybe they're looking at like one-to-one items, but I mean, it seems like not a very good way to do things.
No. Well, there's all this like reporting I did of all of his listings. So.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Stole stuff from me last weekend before I was able to buy it. So, I got to get revenge somewhere. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so no, I have not had any of that go on.
Stuff definitely does disappear from listings on eBay, and you don't get notified. Like, I wish they would just send you an email saying, "Hey, by the way, we pulled this thing, and tell me the SKU." Because they used to do that, but they don't tell you that the SKU would be gone.
That's
that
annoying.
SKU is where I know it's in my inventory. So every time I get I go and get a new box, put inventory in with a SKU, I have to go through that box and check on eBay to see if actually everything in the box is still listed. And the answer is almost always no. Things have disappeared. So there's so many ways they could fix eBay a bit.
I know on Poshmark I had knives pulled down. Apparently you can't sell any kind of knife on Poshmark, even though they have a category that's for kitchen knives.
Right. Nice.
Like, why do you even have that on there? But
tease.
Yeah. It could have been something I worded it like pocket knife, but anything I've ever put that was a knife or anything like they just take down. So where eBay doesn't care.
Yeah.
Cares sometimes and not other times, because pocket knives are kind of funny too, right? Because there's
can't be
switchblades, probably not, right?
Right. Yeah.
But
yep, I don't know. I can't think of anything else that would have been pulled off. But
the problem is you don't notice.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is you don't notice until you go and do your inventory. And then I noticed quite a few. Now, I hadn't done an inventory. Like, I did two very close together, but the first one, it was probably a couple years, like, before I got to the last time I did an inventory. But there was definitely some items that were not listed. So I think I did it I did my inventory when I moved, just to make sure everything was here. That's when the first time I did an inventory, and I was noticing a lot of things were off. So, but I think I talked about that on the show.
Yeah, it's definitely good to do that I like to try to inventory at least once a year, but it's crazy when you go through and I would say maybe if I had to say a percent, probably 5%, there's something wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Either you can't find it or it's like been delisted or it's hard when I've had stuff that was still listed too that I seen that was like sold on a different platform or whatever, but easier currently. I'm only really dealing with 2 platforms instead of like 4 or 5, so it's a lot easier to keep track, but still
I can barely do one. I still make mistakes with one platform. I can't handle 2. Like, like I think you mentioned, like you were just saying, but if you have something on Poshmark sells and you still have it on eBay, I would do that all the time. I would say, "Oh, I'll go deal with this," and then wouldn't deal with it. I just know myself. That is like a alert. Don't do this. But
didn't we have a conversation once? Somebody asked a question about Poshmark or something. We said, "Oh, we should have Jamie on to talk about Poshmark."
Oh.
But I'm like, do you know who that was, Carl? Or
I don't remember the question, so it doesn't
really. I have a feeling. I kind of wonder if it was Tina Mac on Spotify, but I can't remember now. That was a while ago. I kind of forget about it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, people are always interested in Poshmark, and essentially it works just like eBay. Like to get your listings on there, I would trust eBay over pricing. But the big problem with Poshmark, and this is where most people are like, I'm not dealing with this. If you do not share and be social and build a following and all that, you're not going to sell anything unless it's like an amazing thing that would sell anyway on eBay. You need to do all those things for them to even like give you a sale is what I feel like.
I can't
So,
stand that stuff.
right. Okay, so I don't know who it was that asked that question, but anyway, do you like Poshmark, Jamie?
yeah, I really do. It's simple, uh, efficient. I can get sales, but like I said, you have to either be willing to put in a ton of work to do the manual things that they want you to do, like all the sharing, promotions, send offers to people. If you don't want to do all that, you have to pay for automation. Or in my case, I have a deal with a company that pretty much gives it to me for free. But even before that, even before I had the benefit of using Sidekick tools for free,
Yeah.
I was paying for it anyway. It just happened to be, after I was using it for about 6 months, they reached out and asked if I wanted to do a partnership with them, and I'm like, yeah, I use this anyway, and so I would still pay for it out of pocket, even though I do, full disclosure, get it for free.
Nice.
So there was something else that you were promoting on your show the other day, like you're talking about.
Channel memberships.
Yeah, channel memberships.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Um,
Yeah, so it's something that I've got a couple people kind of give me negatives about it already, just saying like, oh, we don't want to do that. I'm like, hey, I'm not asking you to give me money. I am asking you to give me money, but I'm not saying you need to. I'm just
right.
suggesting that you can. So yeah, YouTube basically for the last 4 months has said like, hey, if you will do this on your channel, if everybody can get to sign up for a membership, we'll double the money. So, I'm like, okay, so if I can get a couple people to sign up, they'll give me double the money. So I'm charging $2.99 on my side. I think they charge like a little bit more on theirs, and that's how they get, they profit from it as well. For the membership I have set up, so you can set up multiple levels and layers. I just have a base layer. Essentially what you're signing up for is to get a shout out at the end of the video. So if I upload my video for tomorrow today, you can watch it early if you want to. And then when we hit 10 channel members, or if we ever hit 10 channel members, I'm going to create a Discord where we can just all have an open chat. So it'll just be like an open chat room for members. But that's what it is. Whether people want to sign up or not, that's really up to them. I have one channel member currently, and it'll probably stay like that for a while. And then, we'll see some people trickle in, and we'll see how long I let it go. I currently committed to 1 month with YouTube.
So what is it, like a couple of bucks a month, or how does that work?
Well, $2.99. I can tell you exactly because I do know that the guy who signed up is actually Cal, who I've done a couple different big buys off of this guy, and he was nice enough to sign up for the YouTube channel. So I'm charging $2.99. I asked him what YouTube actually charged him. He got billed $3.99 Canadian. So $4.
Okay, because you had it at a certain amount, and then it went over what you wanted it to initially be, and then you dropped your asking price, like your price, to bring it down from eBay. So that's still like it's under $5, right? So it's
I guess $3.99. It's just whether somebody wants to support you or not. I mean, it's fine. I still make, pennies for anybody watching the video. So I'm like, it's not like I'm not benefiting from people watching. It's just, some people so just once again, full disclosure, I've never signed up for anybody's channel membership. I've thought about it and never have. So for me to say that I would expect people to, I don't, because I typically don't either. Right. I just think because YouTube was offering me this and they really were pushing hard, I'm like, well, it really wouldn't hurt. I'll see if people want to or not. I assume most people don't want to, but even if there's, a portion of people who do, it could be good.
To me, it's like a super chat. It's like if you were doing a live show and somebody came out and wanted to do a super chat.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times, but I've killed the channels. I'll sign up, and then
Yeah.
they'll go for a month, and then the channel dies,
Okay.
or they remove it or whatever. So it's like
Well,
a
you've been
hair
pumping
thing.
out a lot of videos too, so you deserve something for sure. Like that's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah.
Right? So
The when you put videos out daily though, they don't get a chance to really take off. You kind of get the core viewers, and then you get the people who will go back and like catch up on your videos, but it doesn't get pushed out as broad as if you just let it sit there for like 4 or 5 days or whatever. So the views are down, but because it's so consistent overall, like I definitely am making more money right now than I typically would, but I'm also
Yeah.
putting in a lot more time. Like I think it told me last week I made $16 on YouTube.
Woo!
Hey,
That's like a third of a tank. No, not even a third of a tank gas. That's like
that's like a 10-piece
tenth.
nut meal.
well, I started doing TikTok, and I'm just doing little silly videos right now just to kind of grab some traction. And I am impressed with how many views I'm getting.
Yeah,
It
that's awesome.
hasn't converted into book sales, but they said it takes like 6 months or something for that to happen. But right now, it's just about. I haven't even talked myself. I just set these silly little videos. But right now, it's being pushed out to. I guess if somebody was a subscriber or whatever they follower, I guess is what they call it. Then they'll get repeat videos. But for the most part, your videos is being pushed out to new people
Hmm.
all the time, and you just put in these little hashtags, and like I've got what 25 videos maybe put up in the last 7 days. Some days I did three, two. I think yesterday I only did one video, but you're supposed to do at least one a day. And they're just little clips, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds long. And I'm so impressed with how many like followers, and like right now it just seems to be every day it's just more and more. I just look now, I have 19 new followers. You know what I mean? Like that's overnight. So
This is
TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. I started a new TikTok while I was away on vacation last time. Just wonder what I called it again. I was trying to find TikTok. I never use it, but
But
it's
in
called.
that week, I probably have over 5,000
Wow.
views now,
Wow.
right? And so I'm not really making money, but with that type of growth, and I think the more you grow, the faster you grow to the next level. You know what I mean? It's the same
Yeah.
as eBay, or sorry, YouTube. Um, it's harder to get from 1 to 10 followers than it is to get from 100 to 200 followers. That
Yeah.
kind of idea. Um, but I'm impressed so far, and it seems to be in line with what they're telling me and on a way to sell your books. And then some people sell, like, I mean, if I had long blonde hair, shaved my beard, and had big boobies, I mean, I'd probably sell lots, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I
with
just
AI, that's totally possible
it
now.
is totally possible. However, if you want to talk about negative, I had to block 3 people because they, not that they were wrong, but the cover is AI generated, and they started like, I got in an argument with one guy. Like he must have been a young like 19, 20-year old or something, but he's like, he goes, "This is AI slop. I don't support AI." Like he's talking about the cover. He's never read the book. Like he's talking
Yeah.
about
No.
the cover. And I'm like, and then because someone else said, "Oh, you should hire a real artist." That's a shame. And I'm like, so I responded to the one about a real artist. I'm like, hey, I'm a struggling artist myself. If you know the struggle, you know it's real. Um, and I don't disagree with you, but I need to make money to be able to afford to hire someone to make my cover. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
eventually, if I get there, right? Um, so I like poor me kind of like story. And then the other guy was like, "This is AI crap. You can do better." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, and then I go check at his channel. He's got 4 or 5 videos up, and they're all CGI video gaming stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I said, you lost all credibility since I saw your channel. I said, you got like 4 videos, so you don't do anything. And I said, it's all CGI video game stuff. I said, what's the difference? Oh, and then he replies, oh, I make bank. And I'm like, anybody who says they make bank is not making bank.
No, no.
So I'm like, and then I
You should just be happy with the like interactions. Probably pumps your stuff more than anything else, right?
Probably.
when he was getting all mad, but um, like
See,
he said a few more
what we
things
need to
like,
do is start
it's
a
just
beef.
AI is crap and all this stuff. And then
Yeah,
it's
there's a lot of
like,
pushback. There's definitely pushback. Even on like I noticed on the comments for our YouTube channel this week, right? There's one pushback. But they obviously don't,
dude,
you know,
I watch these people who talk about AI and book writing and like they're authors. And they said that if you would have went a year ago or 6 months ago, maybe it was, so maybe I listened to it like 2 months ago. It was a fresh video. So let's whatever, 6 to 8 months ago, people were pushing back against AI big time. And he goes, that relatively quickly has changed to the point where 80% in some form of author is using AI just because it's so much quicker. And he goes, and the other 20% probably just aren't admitting to it. But if you're a big artist like a writer like Stephen King, you could afford to hire, like they got publishers that do all the editing and the back checking. You like those guys are getting paid thousands of dollars to do all this stuff. If I'm like, maybe I'll sell 100 books, you know what I mean? I'm not expecting to get to any crazy level. I'm not going to invest 3,000 to make 400. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like that's just bad business, right? Like I'm just doing something for fun, and if people want to read it, then that's I've always said I hired an editor through Chat GPT or Grok. They said they're about 80% of what a human can do. So does that mean they're really 60%? I don't know. But they did admit they're not as good as a human. And I've said in return that this book is not going to be a Moby Dick or a Tom Sawyer. It's not set out to be like a masterpiece in writing. It's just entertainment. It's just fun. Who doesn't want to see a women's hockey team be attacked by aliens? Like that's awesome, right? And then I've had some interesting, this would make a great movie. When's it going to be in a movie? Like people have done that. And I don't know who they are because I checked their accounts. And then someone got to give me a positive, negative. It's like this would make a good story, maybe, if it's not AI slop. And I'm like, people are just negative to be negative. You know, they haven't read the book. They don't even know the story. I've had this in script note form and everything, handwritten notes and everything for 10 years. This story has been in my head for forever because it was something my son and I were looking to do as a movie type thing because he was doing filmmaking and going to school and stuff. It just never got there. And so this is not like just a fly by night. I'm going to put in 3 words, prompt 3, a 3-word prompt here. Give me a novel. And, it's just funny how people perceive it. Right. So anyway, it is funny, but I guess getting back to TikTok, it's just, it is incredible how much it pushes things out there. Right. So,
Yeah, it really does. And so the TikTok I started was On Fire Parks. And last time we went to Disney, I just wore my meta glasses on rides. That's what it is, right? So it's just it's point of view rides. The one though did pretty good. I think right now it looks like it's at like 800 views or something like that, which on TikTok is not a lot, but it's pretty good for just a thing I just started.
Yeah,
it was a ride breakdown. So we were on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which used to be Splash Mountain, but Splash Mountain's racist. If you didn't know that Disney backstory. So anyway, the ride broke down. So we actually had to get an in-ride exit, which you don't normally get. So they have to take you out of the ride and then take you out this back door into the back lot at Disney Studios. So you get to see behind the curtain.
It's almost worth it.
Yeah. So we got to see where the parade floats were. And it's like, you can see like that, like the facade of the buildings aren't even real. So you kind of get
the
that.
illusion is broken a bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it does. It breaks
Yeah.
that illusion for sure. But it was super cool. So to be on a ride that got broken down, I'm like, oh, this is cool. So
Yep.
kept the glasses on, kept recording. Nobody. I think somebody told me to turn them off one time, and then I just sort of like put
Turn
my
them
hand.
back on.
Sure, I turned them off, but then I turned them right back on. You did not specify.
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, TikTok is kind of fun.
So did you guys do any big buys? I'm pushing along because I gotta go in like 20. I wanted to do the comments and
I didn't do any buying. I mean, maybe I did. I don't know. I think it was. I don't know. When did I go? I was at the store. Maybe I talked about it last week, but I did buy like an RC car out of Jamie's store there.
Yeah.
A tapestry. Yeah, I did talk about this last week because I still can't remember what the third item was. There was 3 items, 2 for $10 and then the one for $70. So what was the other item? Go ahead if you guys got any more.
No, I didn't. The only thing, I went into a couple thrift stores. I found a $17 jersey that I hoped to get about $250. It's Yammer Jaeger, or however you say that guy's name.
Yeah.
It was from 2012, and I kind of thought at first it wasn't even real because I'm like, I think he was already playing like not in the NHL at that point. But then I kind of researched it. I'm like, oh, he came back from the KHL to play for the Flyers, I think in 2011, 2012. So it's like a Winter Classic jersey. And there's not that many of them. I listed mine for $250, and similar ones with his name on it from that era and that team are like going for like $300 or $400.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool, actually. But yeah, pretty picky when I go in a thrift store. If I even pick anything up, that just happened to be something really cool. That was.
What'd you pick it up for?
$17.
Oh,
directly behind it was another jersey that was Josh Allen jersey, where it had a tag on it, and when you grabbed the tag and peeled it back, it was a large tag. It had a medium tag underneath. I'm like, this is like the ultimate Chinese knockoff jersey.
Actually, you just reminded me. I actually picked up a jersey the other week. I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Is this worth like $500 or something? I don't know.
Montreal Expos. That's a cool one. Yeah, it might be worth some good money. It looks to be an older one.
It's an older one for sure. She says it's a jersey Expos classic baseball jersey. She says 1980s.
Yeah.
I put it for 120 in the booth though, and we'll see. I figure other people will let me know if it's worth it or not.
I think it's probably worth more than that online. In the booth. Really? Yeah.
Maybe I should pull it. Stay away from my booth sales.
What size is it, Carl?
It's not huge. It's a medium or a large, but it's like 1980s large.
Who was 38? Is there a name on the
37? Back? Yeah, I
37.
37. Yeah, I can figure out who it was. There was no name on the back.
It was
this weird thing, another baseball thing, this yuppie or whatever the hell it's called, yuppie.
That's cool.
I've had an old baseball one. Is it the Chiefs or something like that? The Braves maybe, and it was a squeaker from the 60s.
Yeah,
and I think I got like $100 or something for it.
Oh, really?
Did you say 37?
37.
Yeah, it says Pedro Martinez wore 37 for the Expos, that's a good one.
Okay, maybe I should double check it.
Yeah,
I had I don't know sports, right? It was part of a bulk buy, and they kind of threw it in. It's like, well,
defunct team that alone, and being in Canada, that's going to help you too. But just
I'll pull it, and I'll show it to you next time on the show, and then you can tell me, or give me a hint, or even better, you can tell me how to tell myself if this stuff is good or not, right?
Yeah,
you can just out of the booth for just a glass with just a tumbler, like a drinking glass.
Yeah,
with the Expo symbol on it and stuff like that. I'll get $12.95 for that, out of the booth.
The good thing too is even if it is potentially a knockoff or fake or maybe not like authentic MLB jersey or something, nobody's going to care if it's from the 80s. That's already 80s or 90s. No one will care. If it was new and a knockoff, people don't like that, and you could get yourself in a little trouble. But if it's old, nobody will care that if it is.
What would it say? Like if it was a knockoff from the 80s, like Philippines? I don't think it would
Yeah,
say China, would it?
I've got a jersey that's a it doesn't say Nike. What does it say? It's like it's like Mikey or something. I don't know. It's like a clearly not a real jersey. Like, so you get stuff
That
like that.
guy.
Yeah, sometimes the names are weird, or you can just see the stitching or logos aren't right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where the knockoffs came from back in the 70s and 80s. Like I know the Philippines was doing some antique knockoff stuff back then.
okay,
Like they would make something that looked old, but it
Yeah.
wasn't.
We had a
yeah,
lot of stuff in my parents' store. So I recognize it when it comes up now. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we used to sell that crap.
But now it's all Chinese made, but I'm just wondering who would have made it back in the 70s and 80s. A lot of stuff came from like Taiwan, like authentic stuff. Like that's where it was made back then, right?
Hmm.
So
yeah.
Hong Kong. But
So do you want to get into comments? And because we usually talk about stuff in the comments. So
well, go for it, Carl.
okay. So Spotify, Tina Mac. Carl, you might consider doing a free business page on Facebook. If you're having success, it can't hurt. Free business page on Facebook. I have no idea what that is. Do either of you?
It'd be similar to what I'm doing. I'm using a entertainment page, but you're just making a page based off of the stuff you're selling. So people
Okay.
can there. Yep.
Okay, that might be worth doing. Like I use Facebook mostly actually just for business now. And that's been quite good. I've gotten a lot of some interest just putting the market pages up. So thank you, Tina. I'll have to look into that.
I think it's smart because if you get people at your booth who like the stuff you have, say follow my Facebook page because when I'm going to throw new stuff in, you'll see it there, so you'll know to come.
Yeah, or just a source. Like I'm spoiled now after like just picking up stuff. It's taking the shine off going into the thrift stores. I still do. It just feels so inefficient, right?
Yeah, for sure it does.
And even the auctions. I got a little upset. Not upset is the wrong word, but frustrated because they have live auctions around Ottawa. The pictures, though, come on. It's like they'll take a picture halfway across the room of items on a table. Like these auctions are like an hour driving away. I'm not driving all that way to see for a blurry picture. I get what they're doing. They're trying to tease people to go. I honestly think it's just making people not go.
Yeah.
It's too far.
I think the regular guys are going to go whether there's a picture or not. They're just going to go all the time. So If you want to draw on, like, it's a catch-22. If they put in a good picture, the people that are usually going to go might not go because they'll realize there's nothing there. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
you're not drawing new people by, I don't know. I know what you're saying though.
Like in modern times, like I have lots of ways to source. Am I going to drive out there for a blurry picture?
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm just thinking they're not targeting that people. I agree with you, Carl. I'm just trying to figure out what they're thinking. Like,
I think it's the tease thing. I agree with you. I think it's them thinking this is a tease and it'll bring people in.
Yeah.
I just know their last auction was very poorly attended.
Yeah.
And I think there's the guys, it's like the market, right? There's the people who go to every single auction. There's the people who go to every Sunday market. They don't buy anything. They just like it's something to do, right?
Something to do.
And they're not the ones actually bringing in tons of money. It's the people like me who are buying for resale or for themselves too. But I was very frustrated because it's like the third or fourth auction. It's like I've gone in the past and taken that risk and wasted 2.5 hours of my day by going there and realizing what I thought was something else is just a bunch of garbage. And it's just like, anyways, rant off.
No. I understand that frustration for sure. Like you'd like to go, but you want to confirm there's stuff worth going.
Yeah.
And if they're going to try to trick you, you're not going to be tricked. Fool me once, shame on me, or you shame me twice, shame on me. But I will not be fooled again. You know what I mean?
especially considering we have all these other sources nowadays where we can actually see what we're buying or potentially buying.
The estate call, the private picks, that's what I love. That's where it's at. Everything else is just like, how am I feeling today?
Yeah, how am I feeling today? Do I feel like driving to Almont for an hour and a half to see some garbage on a table? No, not today, my friend.
It's like storage units. The excitement was there, but after 15 of them, the excitement's not there anymore, and it's like it's a lot of work, and you don't like it's not worth it to me anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's fun. Don't get me wrong. If I found something exciting, but they're kind of overpriced, a lot of work, and a pain. You know what I mean? So
the ratio of garbage is high. That's the frustrating part too, and you have to sit through the garbage.
You know, honestly, out of the 15, probably 13 of them were like there's some form of money or gold, mostly gold or silver in there. So it's probably worth it now, especially with the price of everything gone up. But it's there's a lot of garbage, right? There's a lot of garbage to deal with. So, which is manageable. Like, I mean, you could recycle some of it, you could drop some of it off at thrift stores, and then you're left with a little bit to you'll have to pay for dumping fees. But you know, if you got like mattresses and couches that are all torn up and just couches in general, like I avoid those like the plague.
Here's a bag full of garbage clothing from Walmart, you know. Tina also says, great guest again. Well, that's good that you said that, Jamie. That might have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
Why was that embarrassing?
She didn't say great guest, I don't know. I'm just trying to be funny.
Oh, she didn't say great guest. She goes, great guest again.
Yeah.
Huh. What do you mean she didn't say it? I missed it.
Man, the horse. Let's just keep going.
Well, you said it. I'm just asking you what you meant.
I meant if she didn't say that, if she said something like horrible guest, Jamie, never bring him back kind of thing. It's a stupid joke, and now it's even worse.
Well, okay. Tina Mac isn't going to say that.
You guys are missing out on sales with Poshmark. You should try it. Yeah, it's like I'm lazy enough on eBay. Like I'm not like the type of guys that I'm not willing to try anything new. I try new stuff all the time. It's just that I'm not even doing my potential on eBay.
Here's the one thing that it's really good for though, is people will build bundles of things that they like. So it just means when they're in your closet or your store, they can just click on things they like, and then they can either make an offer for a bulk things, but if they've clicked on it, now you have the option to go in there and say, hey, you know what? Would you give me $150 for these 5 things you really like? And then you can ship it all together. It's combined shipping. So you can get a really good deal on shipping. They get a good deal.
That's a lot smarter. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good for bulk inventory that way. And it's really designed. It's always designed to give people a deal though, which I don't always love, but that's the sort of part of the platform.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want eBay to do that, because eBay is kind of more of a collectible. And I wouldn't want.
Well, you still kind of can with like you just have to invoice somebody if they want to buy something and ask for combined shipping, right?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like some things are combinable, like toy soldiers, photos, stuff like that. But other things, they're not there to combine things. So I was about to say that, and then I'm like, well, toy soldiers, and trains, like they combine them. So I don't know.
eBay definitely has a lot of work to do on ways they can improve the site. One is definitely combining things after the sale. Like combine these 3 separate sales into one thing and let me deal with the combined shipping. There's ways of doing that pre-sale with the cart, but there's not a lot of like post-sale stuff that would be very convenient. Or like the other classic one they should fix is like they said they didn't get the item. Now they got the item, like with shipping, right? Now, and they've been refunded. Now they want to pay you. Well, there's no system for that. There's nothing. Like, really, they should have that. Or like another weakness, and this is why competition is good, but it's not pushing eBay enough. Like someone, I can't remember which channel, someone made a good point that eBay needs a selling app Like the fact that we don't have an eBay selling app is insane. And it's like, yeah, it's like, because when I'm comping out there, I have to go through this app which is designed to get you to buy stuff. But I want to be able to see solds quickly. I want to be able to see ratios. I want to be able to see, pick a bunch of things and see the average price. You can't do you can do all that, but it's very laborious. Like even on eBay in the mobile app to see solds, it even puts the filter in different spots. So every time I want to see solds, I have to hit the show me more, scroll down, try to find the little sold slider, click it, and maybe lock it. And then to unlock it, I have to find the same. I have to unlock it, and next time I just sold, I have to do the same thing. And each item, it puts that slider in a different spot. It is so poorly designed for getting us to sell stuff on their platform. And the fact it's been like this for a long time is kind of insane, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever used the Amazon app, but I don't do Amazon anymore because I was always gated out of trying to sell anything. So I gave up.
Yeah.
But, in some ways it was light years ahead. So
yeah, I did the fulfilled by Amazon for a little while, but it was hard to make any money really, or I had a hard time making any money.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Fulfilled by merchant. Yeah.
I did. You did by merchant. So were you shipped? I shipped everything to them.
Yeah. Fulfilled by Amazon, I think.
Yeah.
FBA. Yeah. I understand the appeals. My problem was the gating was so frustrating because I would only ever check for brand new and packaging stuff. And every time I did, you can't sell this. You can't sell this. You can't sell this. I just gave up. I don't think Amazon was really interested in me as a seller anyways. They were going much more towards these big professional. And from what I understand, that's gone a lot more intense where you could be selling hundreds of CDs and then a day, and all of a sudden they just turn it off. So
whatever happened to Walmart? Wasn't Walmart getting into that business too?
And some people had success with that. So I don't know.
Like Canadians?
Ironically, Americans selling on the Canadian Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah. So my issue is I prefer brand new stuff, and I don't really source enough of that on a regular basis to even contemplate it. But
yeah.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Tina. Good to see Tina.
So we'll go to YouTube.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Just say it.
Information Man 91519. Let me tell you, Information Man, I'll do what the fuck I want to do. Let me tell you that, okay? Don't sit there and tell me that I cannot use AI art for the cover. I will use what I want to use.
So the comment is, please don't use AI for your title cover if you're covering art, which we are not. This is just someone
I don't care anyways. I'll do what I want to do. Go screw yourself. If I want to use cash, I'll use cash. If I want to use AI art, I'm going to use AI art. If I want to drive a big knobby wheeled pickup truck, I'm going to do it. If I'm going to let it run in the driveway for half an hour. Anyway, thanks for coming out. We'll see you next week. I can't wait till next week's comment from this guy.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Start giving me rules, telling me what I do in a free country. We're losing that fast enough. We don't need Mr. Information Man in here. All right, there. I ranted. Carl ranted earlier. Now I'm going to.
Yeah, I let you run. Okay, right. Next one's from Randy, Nova Scotia.
Don't watch. Don't listen. If you don't like those thumbnails, take a hike. I don't care.
No, interact with our channel because it actually boosts us in the search results. So, yes, please interact. Say whatever you want.
Let me just say, Information Man has no good information. Let me just tell you that.
That's right? Okay. He will never listen to this, so it doesn't matter.
I don't care. I don't want him to. I want him to.
There you go.
Yeah. Go draw a picture. Go draw a picture for my weekly thumbnails.
Randy says, if I had
smarter.
500 or something,
time
it would take years to sell at the going price. Sure, I would discount it to move it out.
Where are you talking about?
I am reading the next comment from Randy.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'll repeat it. If I had 500 something, that would take years to sell at the going rate. Sure, I would discount it to move them out. We're not collectors or into storage.
Yeah.
As far as affecting the market price, this is what Jamie brought up, and like you guys were having a huge argument about it. As far as affecting the market price, it would for a year. Yeah, it would
What are
for
you
a
doing?
year or so. Yeah. Toy prices are niche, but a larger one is not the same as selling a 9.8 graded Batman #1 at half price. That's true.
Yeah.
And I know Jamie wasn't arguing with you. Both of you were talking about two different things at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly wasn't arguing.
I wasn't.
And
No.
like, I think I played it off on my channel a little bit to try to, for drama, the
Yeah,
drama
of
effect,
course.
try to get people to come listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give people 50% off deals and 20% off. Like, it's not about giving somebody a deal on something. My whole point in that whole thing was just like, if you're basing what you're listing things off of sold comp, now your sold comp of whatever it just changes like what people see when they go to like price something. That was the only thing I was really trying to say.
Yeah. When I price things, I usually dismiss the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get insanes on both sides. Like the people who put something for auction at 1 cent and they got the 1 cent. Like,
Yeah.
Or the people who like, I don't really believe they actually got that price. Like, it's just weird stuff. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but they did not get $999 for that VHS tape,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
I did.
Except for Scott.
I did an AI cover of the VHS tape, and it sold instantly. People loved it.
Next one, Randy.
I fought a neutral 2. Okay, yeah, I would fight them too. They were upset over something that had nothing to do with me or the item purchased.
Yeah,
that's what I dealt with as well.
I've got a neutral that says good item.
Yeah, I got a good too. I got a neutral for good. Hey,
yeah,
look at that, little pluses.
How come a thumb up bubble popped up?
I don't know. I seen that in the. He has magic. He has the magic. Wow. I can't do the thumb up right. Anyways, yeah. Neutrals, they're annoying, but I got a good. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
I'll take it.
It's like, okay.
Whatever. They did change it to a positive.
Good.
St. Patty's Day started in the 9th, 10th century. So unless she looks very good for her age, I don't. Well, she looked pretty good. I don't think she put the double D in St. Patty's Day. She did around here. But hey, I don't argue with good-looking women, especially with.
Oh, the comment got cut off. Yeah.
Oh,
cool. Thank you, Randy.
Is that it? Doesn't say more or anything. Like that's it, eh?
Yeah, that's it. He's purposely cutting it off.
Trolling us. He's like, more to come, but I'm not going to say. Especially with, I know what you're saying, Randy. Took me a second there. I like that comment.
Next one from Nova Scotia Health again. 2 hours and 46 minutes. Gotta like it. Drift on Fire is the secret code name.
Ah.
There we go.
Nice.
If you're comfortable sharing, would you talk about the procedure of publishing a book on Amazon? All the steps and costs involved. Maybe not on this podcast, but another one. Yeah, we'll talk about.
Well, I'll talk about it now because it's very, very quick.
Okay.
It's very easy to do. There is no cost. Basically, the only time consuming thing is formatting the book to their specs, but you cannot have the book written unless it's within their specs. So they make sure that it all lines up and everything. So you can't really make a mistake because it won't let you. At least that's what I've learned. But once you do it once, like the next one's going to be a breeze. So it probably took me about 3 hours to do the first one, but the next one probably took me half an hour, 40 minutes. And then maybe even the next one's quicker. And there is no cost. Where they make the money is it's print on demand. So they get a percentage of the books. I charge $14.95, $15, and I get about $4 of that. There's I think $5 covers printing of this style of books, if it had more pictures, more colors, all that kind of stuff, more words, the bigger it's going to cost more to make. But for mine, it costs like $5. So by the time I get it, my cut, it's under $5. And that's how they make their money. And when I buy books, it costs me what it costs for them to print. So I ordered 25. It just came in on Sunday. So
Nice.
Actually, Jamie bought a book. Have you read it yet?
Guess what? I've picked it up 5 times and I have not read it. Every time I picked it up, see there's something's happening. No, I haven't. I started at the first page multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife was teasing me the other day because she could read it in probably 3 days. She's like, I'll just read it and tell you what it's about. I'm like, no, I do want to read it. I just need.
Dude,
we're going to be going away for the opening weekend, so I'll have some downtime because I don't have to really do anything when we're gone.
Yeah, I'm not a book reader myself, so like I do read books. I guess I read a lot on here and stuff, but yeah. So listen, I just appreciate you buying one. Like, don't feel pressure or anything.
No, I'm gonna read it. I mean, I'm interested in it for sure. If it was an audiobook, I would already listen to it. I can tell you that for sure. But like,
well, that is the next step.
Oh wait,
but I'll have to use AI for that. Like, I'm not going to hire someone for $10,000 or to read my book.
I'm just going to get my wife to read it to me before bed. My bedtime story.
Again.
Yeah. There we go.
There's your water.
There's some parts in there that I won't get it. Anyway. Well, what was I going to say? Shit. Anyway, sorry. Go on, Carl. Did you finish reading that one?
Yeah, I'm ready for the last one.
Carverman 613. Carverman was a guest on here before, so if anybody's asked or curious, about 60-70% of the EIS shipments are shipped letter mail.
Okay.
Of our shipments, okay. And when we print address label, it has okay.
It has EISOYZ co buyer's name. So
Royal Windsor Drive. So I think that goes to is that Mississauga?
Yeah.
Right? Royal Windsor Drive. Like he's out near you and it goes all the way to Mississauga as well, I guess, right?
Yeah, they all go to for me too. Goes to Mississauga.
And 7-digit code identifiers eBay hub system.
So that's what we were talking about last time. Like, how do they know with letter mail where it's supposed to go when it arrives at the hub? And it's because, it has a EVTN code that they can look up that code and see what sale that belongs to without actually opening the envelope. So it should be in the address. Because remember last time we were curious how that works without them opening it up, but it's on the address label itself. So it should be fine. They probably didn't even open it, right? Because it wouldn't be automatically on your address for that card, right?
I did note, it was, and I did notice I shipped something EIS today, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was just something I didn't really look at. I'm like, because I knew where it was going, so I didn't care about all the with the exact address and all the little extra stuff. But there's a lot of information on that address for sure.
Yeah, so that's smart, right? Like they don't have to open things unless they have to. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would open too much anyway. Yeah. I wonder how many shipments they get through there, like on a weekly basis.
I think a good amount, I would think.
Yeah, like it would have to be for them to have such a facility. But who knows how big the facility is too, right? Like, is it the size of I don't know, like a garage, a house?
Or, we could literally look it up, I guess, if you really cared.
Yeah,
I think it's a subcontractor, but
if it's in a commercial building, like you won't know how much of that building right? Be interesting to know the process though.
I kind of wondered if it was like, a company like Stallion or Chit Chats who already has international shipping under their belt and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's
I
kind of
bet
what
you it
they
is.
haven't said that publicly, but that's where
No.
my mind goes. Like probably somebody like that would be the person to deal with, right?
Yeah, eBay doesn't want to deal with this directly. You know, they probably subcontract it. Like it totally makes like with a shipping company, right? Like yeah, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of pushback we've talked about before against EIS, but I've been really liking it. I like the money.
Yeah.
I get it. Like if you can ship yourself, like with that postcard I was giving the example to Europe, EIS would be insanely expensive. And for me, shipping a postcard, it doesn't matter where it's going. It's all the same process. There's no borders BS, right? So it's all good.
Yeah. I don't ship anything there, so there are things that I am looking at doing. I mean, I have 10,000 QRL cards, QRL. And a lot of them are from the 30s and 40s, so I think there's some value there.
Yeah.
But I have to look a little bit more into that. But those are something that I'd be interested in shipping, like a postcard, like try to do it that way. But
I've gotten real lazy. I just put things in my stay flats. Like I used to like use an envelope and like I would take the postcard and I put like 2 pieces of cardboard pre-made pieces and put them on both sides of the cardboard to protect the postcard in the middle, and put it in a penny sleeve and then put it in the regular paper envelope, and then send it off. And now I'm just grabbing a stay flat, putting it in a penny sleeve and sending it off. It's just so much faster, right? And I know it's gonna be protected. So, but
yeah,
obviously the stay flat probably costs, I'm guessing, $1, as opposed to the other thing that probably costs like 10 cents. So it doesn't make a lot of sense.
yeah. Um, it's just how many are you doing? Like, are you doing a lot of postcards and stuff?
I honestly haven't listed for a long time. I do about 1 a week.
Oh, okay.
So you're talking $5, maybe $15 if a really good one, which happens, but it's not exactly
something that I'm trying to list. That's I would assume you would find them, Carl, but I know around here I see them more often, and I picked up a couple, and I just finally got to listing them. But they're old water sprinklers, like from the 20s and 30s, 40s. So I listed 2 of them for $50 a piece. But I mean, you pick them up at a yard sale for $1. You know what I mean? Or you can bundle them up at an estate sale. But I'm going to see how they go. But if you look at my store, I just listed them yesterday. But obviously they're going to need new seals or rubber, rings inside of them and stuff like that. But some of them, if they have really unique looking spinners or designs with where the water comes out and stuff like that, some of them get to like a couple $100. I think I even saw a couple for $800 or something. Don't quote me on that amount, but they're definitely get up to a couple $100. So I don't know, something to check out for this. So, well, not you, Jamie, because we're competition. You got to make sure we're in different areas. But seriously, for yard sales, I mean, you'll see them for sure.
Yeah, I'll put my Ray Charles glasses on while I'm out.
Yeah. Well, hey, dude, like that's, if people aren't picking up on it, which it's probably too early because people really aren't into the know about those things, maybe eventually. And then when everybody's wearing them, nobody will know what's going on anyway because everybody's wearing them. But it is a good way to get the video kind of like spy-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my wife to drink the Kool-Aid. She went, first I thought she thought I was crazy for buying Meta glasses, and then now she's like, she loves hers.
Yeah. So what else do they do besides just record? Like, do you actually see things like a computer in front of you?
No, they're not that advanced. So like you can talk to it just like you talk to like ChatGPT or whatever.
Or
it'll
information man there. I could talk to it like that.
Yeah. You can ask, say, what am I looking at? And it'll say, you're looking at a couple Canadian guys who are doing a podcast, most likely live in their basement, something like So yeah, it's just it'll answer questions for you. It also is Bluetooth wireless Bluetooth speaker. So sorry, it uses like bone technology or whatever. So like you can use like hands-free
Oh,
music, whatever you want.
yeah.
Yep. You can like link it to like apps like Strava for fitness, and it does a bunch of different things.
Okay. I was thinking about getting a cheaper version other than the Ray-Bans, but
Yeah.
just because I was just thinking all I would use would be the video part of it. But
Yeah, you probably would wind up using more than you think, but yeah,
yeah,
the it was definitely the video and the pictures are the nice thing for sure.
and I would get them as sunglasses because I would only use them at yard sales.
Yeah, mine are transitions, so they go from clear to dark.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, because they always look clear every time I saw.
Yeah, because it's not sunny yet. It sucks.
Yeah, that's well. That you got a good point there. At least they work.
Yeah,
But alrighty. Anything else, guys, or that's pretty much it?
No, that's good. I got to go. So that's
You
perfect
gotta go.
timing. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jamie, for coming on again.
yeah, Jamie.
yeah,
Thanks for coming on again.
for sure. Back to back.
And back to back to back. All right, something just came up. There we go. Okay, I got nothing else to say.
Well, I guess that's it. Is there anything else you want to say before we end this, Jamie?
Let's go, Blue Jays.
Wow,
That's about it.
nice.
Watch those offsides. Yeah.
When's the season start?
Friday.
Friday. Wow. Are they going to be as good as last year?
Hope so. Hope they're better. Actually, they had a rough start to the season. They really turned it around and obviously won the division, but they didn't look good in the beginning of last year. So hopefully a better season overall.
Nice. All right. Well, there we go. All right. Have a good week, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can pick lots and sell lots, and we'll see everyone next week.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.